Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening, for being patient with me, for encouraging me, for purchasing the merch. This is one of the first great T-shirts that we've done. The material is so comfortable. It's oh my God, it just is what it is, and and I definitely want to thank my supplier. God bless her heart for her putting up with me, for her patience with me, because I can be a handful, and she has the grace to endure that process, and I'm truly grateful for her. So thank you for all that you do. I trust me, I'm greatly appreciative. So it is late. It's extremely late for me. I should be in the bed, but when purpose hits, your wheels start turning, and the only way to turn them off is to put out what's in it. So when a hit go. This is a subject that I'll be honest, I've run from it because it's somewhat controversial, and I know that because I watched and listened to a lot of it, and it's the notion of what you bring to the table. So we're gonna deal with that. And let me say from the onset, we can agree to disagree. I'm totally okay with that. Let me add, I got some great things coming down the pipeline, like real soon, within the next week or two, that I'll be announcing. So stay tuned for that. But this notion of what you bring to the table. And the first thing I want to address with that is set your own table and be okay with that. I have the table that I'm sitting at. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't need to. But whatever I put on it, it's decorated. It's got a couple of little pieces on it, and I love it because it's what I put on it. When I want to eat on the table, what I put on the table is what I eat. If I have people over, this is the table that we eat from. So I understand the concept, and I understand that I'm saying eating from the table figuratively. I know what you mean by that. So the question becomes, what's more important for you? The man, the human being, the man, woman, or the materials? So we're just going to leave it at, to simplify it. What's more important, the man or the materials? The man or the materials? Whatever you have versus whatever you don't have, you don't necessarily have to have somebody else to provide you with that. I use myself as an example. I've got furniture. I've got a bedroom suit, a real nice bedroom suit. I love it because I bought it. And I've got the table that I eat from. I've got a bookshelf. I've got all kind of materials in here. But what I do not have is a companion. And that's going to take some time. I get it. But with all that I have and with all that I'm doing, especially with Simply Put, I don't have anybody to share that with. And sometimes that becomes a challenge. And that just is what it is because I am not made to be by myself. So, but what I'm not looking for a woman to take care of me. I can take care of myself. I have a job that I go to every day. I don't need a woman to take care of me. But it is better if she can help. You follow me? I don't need a woman to encourage me. I can encourage myself. But it's better when it comes from a companion. It just is. I don't like listening to myself all the time. As a matter of fact, I can't stand to hear myself talk. Seldom do I even go back and listen to the videos because I do not like to hear myself talk. I just don't. I never have. So if you grow together, if you work together, you can grow together. And whatever you don't have, you can get. If materials are your number one priority, whatever you don't have, if you work together, you can grow together. And whatever you don't have, you can get. Whatever you haven't done, you can acquire and attain if you all work together. You can accomplish anything you choose if you work together. But it can't be him doing all the work and it can't be you doing all the work. It's got to be work together. And it also cannot be 50-50. You know why? Because if I'm leaving 50, if I'm only giving 50 and I'm leaving 50 behind and I'm not giving it to her, where's it going? And that doesn't necessarily even mean that it's going to another female. It just simply means I'm not putting all of myself into what I'm involved in. And if you're not, you need to question why. If she's leaving 50 and only putting in 50, where's her other 50 going? This is why I say all the time, learn the person, learn yourself. That's foundation. Learn the person, learn yourself. Learn, listen, and laugh. Learn, listen, and laugh. Grow together. Work together. Because if materials is your number one focus, then that's all you're going to get out of the relationship. And what you wind up doing is and this is for male and female, you wind up discounting and discrediting somebody who could be a phenomenal mate for you. But you got to talk to them and find out why are they where they are. Because I use me as an example. If you'd have caught me, let's say, between 2016, 2014, 2018, there's no way you'd have gave me the time of day. There's no way. Absolutely no way. For a female, there's no way. I was in the studio. And I wasn't there because I wanted to be there. I was there because I had to be. I was coming out of a divorce and I had to start over. So if you'd have looked at me then and sized me up according to where I was, you would have completely missed who I am now. That's a part of growing and working with the person. A great woman pushes a man without him falling. She's behind him and she's motivating him, giving him praise, giving him encouragement, and correcting him with grace. That's what she can do for that man and help him get into who he's supposed to become. Because a lot of times what happens is whoever he is, he's not that yet. And she sees it. Sometimes even before he does, and vice versa. Whoever she is to become, she may be in her not yet. And he sees it. So he can push, motivate, and encourage her to become what she needs to be without causing harm. And that's the key. Be careful how you say what you say. No, you ain't got to walk on the eggshells. There's a right, my daddy used to tell me all the time, there's a right and a wrong way to do everything. You don't have to beat the person up and dog them out to get there. No, you do it with grace. Be polite, be kind. Baby, listen, let's talk about this. Let's try it this way. Let's see if this will work. Just simple things like that. So again, what is more important? Learning the person, who they are, which ultimately would determine who they become, or what you actually have, the materials. Because I'll tell you one thing about materials. They come and they go. Just about everybody I know has lived that part of life. They come and they go. You have and you have not. You have and you have not. You learn that. So the person should be the number one priority. And you should make yourself a priority. That's something I had to learn. To make yourself a priority. Do you be you? That's where I am right now. That's why you're seeing Simply Put as you do. Because I'm doing me, I'm being me. And I'm not out here wilding out, acting the fool and being crazy. No, I do what I do with wisdom. But I have fun. And it doesn't take a lot for me. Never mind, I'm not going to get into that. I can look at somebody and it's a wrap. Done deal. They call it people watching. Do that. I'm great at it. So, it doesn't take a lot for me. And that's because of some of the things I've been through in life, and I've just learned to have fun. No, I'm not a comedian, but I've learned to have fun, and live. So again, I really want you to get this, and I'm not trying to change how you think. One of the things Let me add this too. One of the things that we've gotten completely away from, and I know, the times that we live in, I get it. But the people of old, the older generations, my dad and my grandfather's generation, they got together because of two things: love and loyalty. Most of them, back in those days, the man worked, and he brought home the money, took care of the bills. The wife stayed at home, took care of the household, raised the children, and they did the best they could with what they had. He would go to work, get up, go do it the same thing again. He'd get up, go to work, sun up to sundown, hard manual labor, especially in the black family, because, most black people couldn't get good jobs. It just is what it was. And he would go to work, do what he had to do, hard manual labor, come home, sun up, sundown, sit down at the table, eat. She's got a meal prepared for him. She feeds the kids, get them to bed. He goes to bed, get up to work, do the same thing. But they worked together because they had love and loyalty. They grew the family together. They had to. All they had was each other. So I'm not saying that we need to go back to the days of old, but we can glean from those lessons. And those lessons are love and loyalty. Build and grow together with each other. The person you're living with is not your enemy. And if they are, you with the wrong person. That's not rocket science. If y'all don't ever get along, you can't communicate, you can't talk, check it. One or two things: you with the wrong person, or y'all need to get some counseling. And I'll be the first to tell you, counseling was the best thing that ever happened to me. I fought it. I didn't believe in it. Couldn't pay me to go. But once I started going, I realized that she wasn't the only problem. Guess what? I was too. So I had to take responsibility for a lot of what happened. I had to point the finger at me. As I was pointing to one and the other, at her, the other three were coming back at me, and I had to deal with that. So if you're involved in a relationship and that's the way that it's going, you got one or two options: either you with the wrong person and you need to get out, or you need to go to counseling and see if you can better help the situation. One of the two. But you got to figure out what's more important for you, the man or the materials. How do you want this to work out? Because if that's all you want, you probably do need to be by yourself, and be okay with that. Be okay with that. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, there are a lot of people, if you do want somebody, you could be missing out because of what you're looking for. Now, I'm not saying, hear me clearly, I'm not saying, lady, go find you a bum and put him back together. That's not what I'm saying. That's entirely too much work. Entirely too much work. I'm not saying go downtown and find, the stinkiest homeless man, give him a bath, bring him to your house, and convert him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying, man, for you to go to find the most ratchet, raggedy female that you could possibly find that has no ambition, no goals, no nothing, and you turn her into what you think she's. I'm not saying that. Find somebody you can work with. Find somebody that's on your level where you are. I'm not saying reach backwards and go behind. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying at all. Find somebody you can grow with and build with. And together, who knows what you can accomplish? The sky's the limit. But together you can attain and acquire anything you choose if you work together. So you make the choice. What's more important, the man or the materials? You make the choice. Again, I am Price McKinney. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram, simply put PM. And most importantly, if you have not subscribed, please go to YouTube, Price McKinney, simply put, and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you there. And I've got something coming about that too. So I'm Price McKinney. And as I always say, I am not an expert. I just know what I know. And I'll see you soon.